Members of Gen Z are so starved for human connection and companionship that they have now started spending hundreds, if not thousands of dollars in order to engage in various hobbies and make new friends. This is a super interesting story, and to be honest, they have the resources to do what some of the people we're gonna profile here are doing. I think it's the right move. I think there are many benefits aside from making new friends and finding human connection. But before we get to those pricey social gatherings, we do need to make clear that Gen Z really does have a problem with loneliness. I think it's a growing issue we should take seriously. So Insider was given access to a survey conducted by Harvard, which found that over 1/3 of Americans aged 18 to 25 felt lonely frequently. Now, the feelings of isolation can manifest as extremely negative health outcomes. So to give you some examples, social isolation can be as dangerous as smoking up to 15 cigarettes a day and contributes to health issues including cardiovascular disease, stroke, and dementia. And that's according to the US Surgeon General. And it was written in a report that you can check out for yourselves. Other Gen Zers were a little more, actually, let's get to what the Gen Zers are now kind of resorting to in an effort to meet new people and make new friends. So one of them that was profiled in this Insider piece is 26-year-old Lynette Ban. And she's a remote worker who's spending some pretty big money on meeting new people. Ban estimates she spends at least $500 a month on various memberships and events aimed at making friends and maintaining connections. That includes a $2,500 annual membership to the social club Soho House and a $500 annual fee for the gym program ClassPass. That's on top of hundreds a month on lunches and dinners out. I think a lot of people can relate to spending some money on social activities like going out with friends and stuff, so that's totally fine. I don't know if you want to make friends at Soho House. I personally wouldn't, but to each his own.
No, I don't have a problem with that, but that feels like a different thing.
Yeah.
Soho House, in my opinion, is more of a business thing because yeah, there's it's an exclusive private place. Keep it real, right? So there's more business executives there, celebrities there.
It's a members only thing.
Yeah.
The price, if you get approved, you have to apply and get approved. And if you get approved, it's very pricey, as you can see from the numbers I just read you. And the price goes up the older you are, because I guess they want to discourage older people. It's not for me, it's for other people. Let's just put it that way.
Okay, God bless.
It's paying thousands of dollars to be in a networking situation.
It's networking, that's my point. I got no problems with it. Everybody's different, but I run the company, she doesn't. So it's a different dynamic, but it isn't about making friends. Like what are you doing? You crazy dog? If you want to make friends, go out to like a local bar or talk to your neighbors or use the apps. You don't have to pay $2,500 a Soho House.
Yeah.
Are you trying to be friends with Taylor Swift?
Okay, so look, I don't think that Ban is the best example, but there are other individuals that I think are putting their money in, I think, better places, both hobby-wise and also in terms of like building new relationships. So I'll give you an example. So William Campbell, 24. Doles out $70 a month for a membership at a rock climbing gym and another $161 at a jujitsu gym in Richmond, Virginia. Cable's goal with both memberships is to meet new people. So you get like multiple benefits with that, right? Like a little bit of physical activity, new hobby, and you get to meet new people. I'm here for it.
I think it makes a lot of sense because, and if you pick the things that you like, you get a double bonus, which is that then you're more likely to meet like-minded people. I mean, like I like anyone going out there and trying to make new friends and being more social. In these times especially, we desperately need it. So like, as long as you're not burning up your entire bank account trying to be friends with celebrities or something, but you're going to things that you really like and meeting like-minded people, I'm here for it. I think that makes perfect sense.
So I also want to just quickly talk about the decimation of what's referred to as the third place. Are you familiar with this? Okay, so the third place is a theory that explains it explains why people are lonely, but also the third place is a term that sociologist Ray Oldenburg coined in the 1980s. It essentially refers to a physical location other than work or home where there's little to no financial barrier to entry and where conversation is primary activity.
My bad, I do know that. Yes, I read that in the context of Starbucks. People used to go hang out there. I don't know if they still do, but yes, third place.
So the loss of third places was exacerbated by the coronavirus pandemic, obviously with all the shutdowns. But the problem has been festering for a long time now. Like back in the day, local communities had certain like clubs. Like, I don't know what the Rotary Club is, but the Rotary Club was a thing.
Oh, for sure.
Right?
So let me explain that real quick. Look, the original third place was the town square, and there used to be literal town squares, right? And people would go there at night just to hang out. And there was another, well, this was not really a third place because people would hang out on their porch and the neighbors would come by, right? Yeah. This is kind of a first place. But the Rotary Club, my dad was in it. Okay, and Rotary Club's super old school. It's business guys mainly, but not all the time. And it used to be just men, but now they've opened it up to women. But they would get together and they'd have lunch together. My dad brought me a couple of times.
What's the theme though? Like, what is the mission of the Rotary Club? Is it just to get people together?
So the ostensible mission is charity.
Oh,
okay.
I like that.
Yes, but that's really the cover story. But they really do it.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's a good cover story, right? But the real reason is to get people together. And so now, so my dad, by the way, used Rotary really well. Like he would go to the lunches and they all do charity, right? But then he would ask around, because he was new to the area and he had just bought a building with all the money that he had gotten from selling his company in Turkey and et cetera. But it's not a lot, and he's struggling to make it work and stuff. And somebody there gave him excellent advice about how you advertise in a local paper to get customers to rent out your office spaces, et cetera. And then later that person or a different person gave me a recommendation to one of the schools. So he really used it to network, but they have real bonds, and then they really like each other and stay together. Sometimes they'd go on trips together. The Rotary would arrange a trip to South Korea or Japan.
Was there ever any connection between the Rotary Club and the Notary Club? Like the Notary Club shows up and it's like, we'll notarize your documents for your business. Like,
no, but that would have been excellent synergies.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I love it. But anyway, and by the way, the first place is your home is your first place and your place of work is your second place. But even the second place for some people has kind of gone away as remote work has increased after the coronavirus pandemic. Now, the loss of third places, again, was exacerbated by the COVID pandemic. When city dwellers were largely confined to crowded tenements, they were forced out into the world, which often meant hanging out with strangers in taverns. But as time went on, leisure became privatized, living conditions improved. People chose to sit with their nuclear families in front of the television. And I gotta say, that is tempting. Like, I do enjoy a nice like TV sesh after work.
It's super tempting, but that's why, I think COVID messed us up real bad. The isolation that it created has had shocking, reverberating consequences. I'm surprised by how deep that isolation damaged us.
Yep.
Okay, and so if a situation like that comes out again, I'm not saying that you should go in one direction or another, but I think that we should be very mindful of what happened last time to make the right decisions next time. And so, but over the weekend I went to New Jersey and hung out with my friends that I grew up with, and we mainly sat on the couch and watched a lot of football, right? College football and then the pros. But at the end, it's funny, as we were driving back, a couple of us were like, I think we should have gone outside a couple of times. Because there's something about interacting with other people. Like we're not trying to make new friends. We're all, we've got a great group of friends. We're good, right? But even so, interacting with other human beings is a need that we all have.
Totally.
And we're social animals. So you've gotta go out there and interact. And you've gotta be able to risk some degree of it going wrong.
Right.
And say to yourself, no, I won today because I was brave, right?
Totally, yeah. I mean, look, It's super awkward to put yourself out there and start up a conversation with someone you don't know, a stranger. I mean, like 2 weeks ago, on 2 nights, I went out after work. And
that's a record for you.
It actually is a record for me. And I placed myself in situations that were a little bit uncomfortable as I was anticipating it, because I was gonna be around people that I was unfamiliar with, people who have different, views and perceptions and ideas than me. But afterward, I felt so energized by the experience, right? Because it's breaking out of a bubble, it's meeting new people, listening to different ideas. And aside from building new relationships, I think it gives you a more expansive view of the world around you, and that benefits you in multiple ways as well.
100%. I talk to a lot of Uber drivers when I go traveling, right? And so that's kind of a cliched thing to do, but you'd be shocked at what they tell you, because everybody has different bubbles and sometimes wildly different experiences and perspectives, and you learn from that. If you just stay in your own bubble, you never know what the hell is in the outside world. And there's actually nowadays thousands of different bubbles.
Yeah.
And I'm not asking anybody to overdo it, so you don't have to go and like harangue people. You don't have to, put yourself in awful situations. No, just nice and easy. Talk to people when you can, and you'd be surprised at what good things come out of it. And I get it. Like, people oftentimes don't tell you that, like, they brush aside, like, oh, it's no big deal, there's no downsides. No, sometimes there's downsides. Sometimes somebody could be mean to you for no reason,
totally,
right?
Yeah.
Somebody could be a jerk, it could not work out. But that's why I'm asking you to be brave, because I think it's gonna get to better results, even if in the short term, a couple times it doesn't work out. Thanks for watching the video, guys. We also love it if you hit the join button below, because that makes you a member, and members allow us to be independent, honest. We can be as progressive as we want, no corporate media influence, and that's all because of you guys. We love doing the show with our members. Hit the join button, become one of the Young Turks.